And Diddy claimed that somebody held a knife to his throat. He woke up and this guy basically had him and he had the knife, and Diddy was at this person's mercy. Now,
second, you guys, they was really trying to get Diddy up out of here, or is this all part of a bigger play? Now, earlier this month when Diddy was on trial, his lawyer Brian Still told us, yo, Diddy has a target on his back. According to Brian Still, he told the court Diddy almost got attacked with a makeshift knife inside of the Brooklyn jail MDC. Now, Brian Still told the court there's plenty of people who would gain a lot of clout if they killed Diddy. Brian Still also said that Diddy lives in a room with 24 other men. Now,
so Diddy live in a boarding house? I'm just saying. When I did weekends, okay, we wasn't like, you know what I mean, a little, you know, I don't know what you want to call it. You know what I mean? I call it like it was going away to camp. So I don't know. Diddy's at a boarding house. I don't know. Diddy's at camp. 24 niggas in the goddamn.
Now, at the time, nobody believed it. People said, bro, Brian, you're a lawyer. You're making up stories just to get your clients out of jail. We don't believe you. You need more people. And obviously, when you're on trial for committing a crime against women, you're not going to get much sympathy from a lot of people. Now, over the last couple of days, there's been a lot of interesting movements regarding Diddy. Now, 2 days ago, TMZ put out an article claiming that Donald Trump is considering commuting Diddy's sentence as early as this week. Now, the rumor traveled to the White House. The White House came out and said, fuck no. We never told you fuck niggas at TMZ any of this information. That story is absolutely not true. You Negroes are capping.
TMZ, stop telling lies. Trump said he ain't doing shit. He ain't doing a goddamn motherfucking thing. Nope. See, Trump's too busy knocking down pieces of the White House. You know what I mean? Niggas building a ballroom. We ain't got time for this.
Thanks for being with us here on Live Now. We do want to continue on with that story that we're following, as we're now hearing that the White House is pushing back on that report of a possible Diddy pardon. And so right now we know that Diddy is currently behind bars, serving a 50-month prison sentence for violating the Mann Act. He served 13 months so far, and with credit, he could get out in around 2 years.
But TMZ came back and doubled down on the fuckery. They said, hey, we know the White House came out and said our story is not true. We still stand by our story. Our story is accurate. Now, keep in mind, this was the official spokesperson for Trump that came out and said the story from TMZ is false. So from what we know right now, somebody's lying to us.
Personally, I don't think Trump is finna be, but he did give Youngboy a pardon. But Youngboy never talked shit about Trump. That I know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know Puffy was, you know what I mean? Puffy was talking a whole bunch of shit that he shouldn't have been talking. You know what I mean? Yeah, he should have kept his mouth shut. Cause now look, you need a nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no.
Just 3 days after Diddy was sentenced to over 4 years in prison on prostitution charges, President Donald Trump seems to confirm he's heard from the mogul's legal team. The comments coming Monday from the Oval Office as reporters asked about a pardon for Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, who's serving 20 years for child sex trafficking.
I wouldn't consider it or not consider it. I don't know anything about it, so but I'll speak. I will speak to the DOJ.
Why would she be a candidate for clemency, sir?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
Hey, one of Diddy's close friends actually came out to confirm the story that yes, Brian Still was correct. Diddy actually almost got killed in jail. The friend came out and said that Diddy woke up with a knife to his throat. I don't know whether he fought him off or the guards came. I just know that it happened. If this guy wanted to harm him, Sean would have been harmed. It would only take a second to cut his throat with a weapon and kill him. It was probably a way to say, next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky. Everything is intimidation. But with Sean, it won't work. Sean is from Harlem.
I mean, the nigga's scared, man. He just want to get out of jail. He just wants to come out and party, you know what I'm saying, and buy a whole bunch of motherfucking baby oil. Yeah, he wants to go to Johnson & Johnson, man. You know what I mean? So, hey, somebody call Johnson & Johnson and get Diddy a deal. You know what I mean? Maybe they can get him out of jail.